Hey, I'm author S.C. Vincent, author of science fiction, fantasy, and horror. Today I wanted to do a comic book haul, or just one comic book today. Um, it is a Comicsgate book. It is, well, that's all I'll let you know for now. It's a mystery. We'll have to wait and see until I open it. But first, I wanted to kind of show you who I am, show you some of the stuff I've been writing. So this is my latest book called The Sakura Element. It is a young adult science fiction novel. Has plenty of action and romance in it. It is about a modified high school girl, genetically modified high school girl who faces a lot of trials and tribulations and has to, due to the nature of her birth, um, she's discriminated against by this man right here, Alan Dubois, who is the kind of in charge of the high school. He's also a high school student, and he is the son of the owner of the school. He's kind of in charge of upholding the gentry in the school and upholding the prejudice that's keeping her down, keeping her on the bottom rung of society. And he also has a past that he has to face, that's kind of against this whole conspiracy of the upper echelon of society that he has to face. And together they can only find that there's only one way that they can find happiness, and that's together. Of course, there's a love triangle in this, and it's kind of your classic sci-fi young adult story with a few twists and turns of my own original doing. So if you'd like to check this out, it's only about 85,000 words. It's like 300 pages. It's only $2.99 to buy, and if you have Kindle Unlimited, it's free. So that's a quick little bit about my most latest release. I also write horror and I'll write fantasy. If you want to check that out, you can find me on the links below this video. So today we're going to get back to this gigantic package I got, and bear with me because I'm still getting used to how the video works. I covered up my name and address. Well, my name is Spencer Vincent, SC Vincent, but I don't exactly want people to know where I live. So let me get my box cutter. Now, who do you think this is going to be? I wonder. Who do you think I bought a comic book from? Like I said, it's Comicsgate. So, is it EVS? Is it Lepresti, like I mentioned last time? Is it Davis? Davis lives near me, actually. He lives in North Carolina. And I have doxed a little bit. So, but I think he lives a little bit more to the east. I don't know. Doxing myself again. So, let's do the rest. Did very good. Whoever this is did very good on the packaging. It's a heavy book. Whatever it is. I wonder what it is. Let's see. Ooh. Wow. They really did not want this to get damaged. I don't know if you can see it. They really put a lot to make sure no dings. They really tried. Let's see. Dang. It's even in bubble wrap. So let's take it off. That is awesome looking. You hear my dog? There we go. And the author is Billy Tucci. and this is She Omnibus Volume 1. And that looks freaking sweet. Wow. Look at that. The author, he's funny when you watch him on the streams. And the art here is amazing. I don't know if I think I asked for the signed version, and yep, right there, signed. That's really cool. You got a foreword by Chris Claremont. He's known for his, I know him for Wolverine. I don't know if I can show that on YouTube. Wow. Now this is the original comic. Look at that art. Wow. How many of you have read this? It always looked interesting to me. Man, these pages are peeling. You hear that? Hear this. Wow. This is brand spanking new. Dang, this is really nice, high quality. I don't know, I don't think he's done a volume 2 of this. So I'm hoping he does one eventually. I think he said in streams that he wants to do one eventually, but he's doing other stuff like putting She in stores, brick and mortar stores. If you guys have read She, let me know what you think of this. I'm kind of trying to read these things from the very beginning all the way to how it is now. So I wanted to start with the first omnibus, and the only issue I have with like Western comics is, you know, trying to figure out what's canon, what's in chronological order. And you know, that's probably, you know, if I was to give some advice, you know, who are they to listen to me? I'm a nobody. But if I was to give some advice to the Western kind of comic people, is to make it a little bit more clear on, you know, when do things start and when do they end. Because if I see X comic and it's X comic, you know, issue 43, then there's X comic blank. It's like, was that part of the original run? You know, is that a spinoff? Where does this take place? It's kind of hard in terms of Western comics where things take place and where they start and where they begin or end. You know, with manga, it's a little easier. You know, most of the time they begin with chapter 1 and they end for the most part. So, have you guys? How many of you have this? I mean, the art is the color. Look at the color on that. It's so dynamic. It's really 90s too. I love the 90s. I have a bunch of 90s art comics coming in the mail. Or a lot of the guys in Comicsgate are from the 90s. That's probably why it appeals to me so much. That's when I grew up. This is kind of this is also bigger than your normal comic. So your normal comic is, let's see if I have any floppies lying around. Your normal comic is about that big. So this is a much bigger release. It's like extra size, full size art. So I can't wait to get into this one. I hope he does do a volume 2. Let me know if this is I mean, I haven't read it yet. I've never read this. So let me know if this is good and what you think of it. I mean, it looks right up my alley. It's about, from what I understand, it's about I think a half Japanese woman, which is kind of like my story, it's the Sakura element is also about a half Japanese woman or a teenage girl. Um, so I think this is about her um, character. The character's name is She, and I think she's also a Christian. If you see here, there's a crucifix, a cross. I think I've heard him say that she's Catholic, maybe. I don't know. Um, but she has a Japanese samurai heritage of some sort. I don't know. I've said it 1,000 times. But the art is pretty special. Look at that. So that's it for today's video. I'll have more comics coming up. Like I said, I bought a lot. And just to remind you of my book, The Sakura Element, I do have other books if you don't want to read young adult science fiction, but this is the book I'm kind of pushing right now because it's the most recent. But I mean, if you really are interested in more of the fantasy type stuff, this is kind of my storefront, kind of on Amazon. This is my horror, this is my fantasy releases. So if you're kind of looking for more of that taste, you can always check that out. They're all pretty reasonably priced. I was published in this, so I don't really control the price on that. But it does come with an audio. If you have any Audible stuff, the audiobook for my story in this right here is actually pretty amazing. I've never had any of my works audio done that way. And I get chills listening to my story read like professionally. But yeah, that's pretty special. And these are all really good releases. I would say so. Of course, I would say that. But no, I believe it. So, She definitely looks awesome. I'll probably do a review when I eventually read it. So, thanks for watching today, and I'll see you next time. I need to get better at looking at the camera, but, we'll work on that together. See ya.